A toast for our new LNG industry, which is bringing earth-shattering new opportunities to British Columbia, and we are going to seize that money. We're going to seize that opportunity.
This is the real deal. Having this luncheon strictly among ourselves, some of what we will say could be misunderstood and could turn out to be an embarrassment to the government. We all know LNG is a fossil carbon fuel. Its extraction and transport needs energy. Its liquefaction needs energy. And along the way, methane leaks into the atmosphere. Beginning with our bottom line, this is about wealth creation, and we will speak of it as wealth creation for British Columbia, but you know, and we, your BC Liberal government knows what we mean by that. We mean wealth for the wealthy. Yeah. First of all, there is concern about LNG accelerating climate change.
Yeah, it's chilly today.
We'll point out that these may contribute to climate change, but the public is confused about climate change. Climate change is only a theory. That's right. It's an opportunity for us. When there are changes, when there are times of stress, these are times for opportunity. For those working with a government that is pro-business, we will seize profit in climate change. For thousands of years, First Nations have stewarded the land. Look what they have accomplished. Trees, birds, fish. No clear evidence of progress anywhere. High time begin to make use of the resources we have been given in this province. Our relationships with First Nations are often delicate. If we have somewhat difficult relationships with some of the people that we dispossess, we will need to make some accommodations. And we don't want those accommodations to come out against your bottom lines.
No.
We will externalize your costs. Profit to yourselves, expenses to the taxpayers. That's our plan. There's fabulous profit to be made there. We commodify water, we privatize water, and the more that we destroy natural fresh water, the more valuable that remaining commodified water is. And of course, that's where we make money.
Absolutely, a business opportunity.
It's all about business opportunity. Tankers are business opportunities. Operation of the facilities, vision of navigational aid, cleanup, and doubtless in time, disaster responses. These will be carried out in an increasingly privatized sector, jobs and profit opportunities.
Excellent, excellent.
Our farmers aren't such a good idea. Their labor costs are too high. We can import cheap food from elsewhere at a much wider profit margin. Increasingly, as we eliminate farmlands, we don't have to bother with local farmers, and we can clear the boards for the profit that you make in your import industries. A point not often mentioned is acidifying the oceans, and this too has great economic opportunity for us. When the LNG is burned and produces CO2 in the atmosphere, CO2 acidifies the ocean. That acidification of the ocean eats up the shells of the little plankton, which are the base of the food chain, and as things work up the food chain, we starve out the wild fish stocks that are competing with our farmed fish. As it is warmer and clearer, you can imagine the tourism opportunities that will be opening up in coastal. Everything favors killing off that wild, uncontrolled life out in the ocean.
Oh, that kelp. That's awful kelp.
Or we can transfer taxpayers' money into your pockets. That's what we are here for. We will do this by a combination of tax cuts and tax subsidies for gas and oil. At the same time, claiming on account of austerity that we have no money left over for these so-called renewables, we will remove them as a business competition to yourselves coming from the oil and gas sector. And so, of course, we end where we began. This is about making rich richer.
I am just so excited at the opportunity to sell our natural resources to foreign corporations. Yeah. It's going to make so much money for some of us. Yeah. And having private negotiations with the corporations about the Prosperity Fund. Remember I told the little people about the Prosperity Fund? $100 billion that's going to come from LNG. Remember? And they believed it and they voted for me.
No, they didn't.
No, some of them did. No,
second time around
is we're negotiating with the corporations so that they won't have to pay as much taxes or royalties. So that $100 billion Prosperity Fund is going to stay in our pockets. All you barons of industry that are here today who supported me in my campaign, I want to thank you so much because we're all going to get very rich.
We're already rich. You can't be too rich.
Our natural beauty is in our oceans and our watersheds and our rivers. It's in our water. Natural gas is the reason our economy is on fire. So this is our new symbol. On fire with natural resources in British Columbia. And the pipelines and the tankers. This is earth-shattering. Oh no, it's the Raging Granny.
Listen to Rich making his pitch, promising pipelines and tankers will work without it. How could we spur a fantastic return that will make BC rich? Then LNG, what a gift that will be. And if fracking disturbs Mother Nature, so let it be. A gentle shake won't mean an earthquake. Just wait and see. Okay, so it's crass to love oil and gas, but they are the stuff that feeds our affluent class. Investors and banks are the guys giving thanks. We're just in the morass. So trust Christy to light up the dark and show us this gamble is merely a walk in the park. And if we go along and find she was wrong, there's always Noah's Ark. I hope we have changed your mind.